ladies and gentlemen of the SJ Nation. Is Joe Budden backtracking? Is he hitting the moonwalk? Is he trying to take it back? Joe Budden on Math Hoffa's new podcast just said some things about M being a battle rapper, so let's talk about it. What's good, y'all? My bad. I don't know why I said my bad, I always do, but how y'all doing? First of all, before we start, y'all know It's Different is at over 90,000 views now? Listen, y'all know It's Different at over 90,000 views now. Shout out to Spencer. Shout out to Dennis. Oh, it's going down. And just know, I got some major things coming this week. Oh.
But wait, there's more!
Ho, ho, ho. But that's not what you're here for. So, first of all, let me give a big shout out to Math Hoffa. If you don't watch Math Hoffa's Expert Opinion, if you're not subscribed to Math Hoffa's channel, you're missing out. You're missing out. Shout out to Math for he has one of the best podcasts out right now. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Watch the Murder Mook episode. He's spoken on the whole battle rappers versus Eminem thing. Watch that. Shout out to Misfit. Shout out to Knowledge. Shout out to everybody on there. Y'all really do a good job. So they had Joe Budden up there, not that, as their last guest. Well, actually Cortez I think was their last guest, but before that they had Joe Budden. Now, when I saw that Joe was on there, first of all I looked at Joe and I was like, boy, you came through with the devil in a new dress, ain't you? He was fly though. He had the Ugg boots on kill. I'm not mad at that. So, there was a part of it, quick little section where Math, or it wasn't even Math, I think it was Knowledge that brought up his thoughts on Eminem and the battle rappers.
I seen y'all on the podcast. Y'all was kind of going a little bit on them going at the Eminem with the diss and everything like that.
Now, this is another one of them talking videos, and I took notes. Y'all liked the last time when I did it and I had the notes and everything. You know, I'll be writing, so I'm not trying to get uppity on y'all. I'm just trying to be a little bit more professional. Anyway, so they said that what is his thoughts on Eminem doing battle rap? Because obviously battle rap is, Matt's a battle rapper, Misfit's a battle rapper. That's all part of the battle rap culture. They brought it up about the whole battle rappers going at M thing and what his thoughts were, right? It kind of went into, there's 4 different points I have here. There is one, when they asked, does he think Eminem can hang with battle rappers? 2, does he think Eminem has the ability to adapt? 3, what does he have to do to adapt? And 4, what his odds are, basically. So, in the beginning, they asked Joe, what does he think about M? He kind of went into, after they talked about that, he kind of went into what he thought about if M could battle rap. And it's funny because he said that if Eminem can adapt to battle rap. He thinks that Eminem is somebody who could hang with the battle rappers.
Yeah. That means he can hang on any other stage.
Yeah, if it's an urban plot, if it's on Smack,
Yeah.
well, and he were able to, I think he has the ability to adapt. Not to say that he would.
He thinks that he's shown enough to prove that he can hang with them. And he said that his example was the Lord Above verse, where he started talking about what he thought about Eminem's Lord Above verse. And he said that if that right there is the same pocket that he needs to be in, and if he's in that pocket, there ain't too many people who can stand in front of him and win.
But shit, on that think his verse on this Fat Joe shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Much slower.
Yeah.
You could hear all
The double entendres.
Like,
Yeah.
if you do that, then you have a shot. But if you come with all of this normal Eminem shit, no, I don't think that would fare well.
He also asked what stage would it be on, which is important. It's very important because KOTD is going to take it different than Smack. I honestly think if Eminem were to battle on KOTD, you might as well not, whoever's battling him, you might as well not really right, because he's gonna win. He's gonna win. The fact that he's on that stage is gonna make him win. Smack is a little bit harsher. Smack is a little bit more boo ready. And I completely agree with Joe saying that if M could came like he came with Lord Above verse, then he could smoke people. I think that that's exactly what people have been wanting. That's the confusion. That's the people, what people have been wanting. And I also find people saying, in the beginning of this, I said, did Joe contradict himself? Because I see a lot of people saying that. I don't necessarily think he contradicted himself at all in this conversation, because people are going off of when Joe was saying he felt like he's been better than M for the last 10 years.
Let me tell you what Joe Budden has thought this entire time. I've been better than you this entire decade.
And throw his kamikaze record and Rice and all this stuff.
Track Untouchable. This is
Throw it in Rice.
What?
Throw it in Rice.
Okay, let's roll a snippet, please.
But he's keeping, and people are saying he's not keeping the same energy. He's keeping the exact same energy because he said that he does think Eminem has the ability to adapt. But he also said that if he goes in and starts doing like that fast rapping stuff and the way that Eminem does the songs that he's been hearing before, he thinks he would lose. That's the same thing that he was saying before in the clips. So I'm not gonna give Joe that he's not keeping the same energy. He 100% is. I just think people don't want to hear him say anything positive about him after saying something negative. And I won't say I don't think anybody wants to hear it. I think there is a sect of diehard stans that don't want to hear that.
Hey, ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
But most regular people are nuanced, understand that human beings are nuanced and you're not just one thing. Especially when it's not like he's going back and saying, if you would go back and be like, Eminem's music has been the hottest music since the last 10 years, or Eminem is better. He didn't say, he still didn't say Eminem is better than him. There's nothing that he said in there that would make me think that he doesn't still think all that stuff he said. So I'm just, whether I believe it, do I think Joe is better than M? No. But I'm just speaking up for the point where people were saying he was contradicting himself, which he definitely wasn't. But what else do we have here? Like he said, in the third clip I got here, that will throw up, or I don't even know how I'm throwing him up, but he said that M has the ability to win if he slows it down.
And if you do that, then you have a shot. But if you come with all of this normal Eminem shit, no, I don't think that would fare well.
Yeah, it would.
That's where the contradiction isn't to me. First of all, shout out to the 94 Huskers. Just gotta go ahead and throw that out there. Just gotta rep. Anyway, but he said that he doesn't like the way that Eminem delivers his verses. Usually, Lord Above was different because he slowed it down. And do I agree with that? I do. Especially on a Smack stage. I think sometimes people will forget the point of rapping is to be heard. And another thing that I also think there's like a sect of Eminem fans that came after Rap God, and like I can basically tell if you're an M fan before Rap God or after Rap God, because Eminem wasn't even really known as like a fast, like a Tech 9 type rapper until Rap God, and then he got like the stigma of just being a ribbity. But I don't really think, if you go back and look at, even just go back and look at his singles before that, he's never been like that. Rap God to me was an experiment. But I think it made people think like, oh, Eminem's just a fast rapper guy. He's never really been that. Like, even when you watch 8 Mile, Ward, I think you're a little hard on the Beaver. So is Eddie Haskell, Wally and Miss Cleaver. Simply not, he's not doing that. So I don't think that he would, in a battle situation, come like that. And I be trying to figure out, I later on in my life decided that Rap God was the song that did that. Because I was like, wait, why does everybody think Eminem's like the fastest rapper in the world when you think of Without Me isn't really fast, Sing for the Moment isn't fast, Stan isn't fast, I'm just going off singles, The Real Slim Shady isn't fast, of course I got a couple of screws up in my head loose, but no worse than what's going on in your parents' bed. That's not super fast, but anyway. So, and he said in the last clip, if he comes the regular way he be rapping, he won't win, period. There's no winning for him that he thinks. In that, do I believe him? What do I feel? I would say that if I was to coach, first of all, I don't think Em's gonna battle rap. Second of all, if he's going to, and if I was gonna coach him, the first thing I would say is, first of all, I know you're not this fast rapper guy that these people say you are, but just make sure you don't fall into that thinking that that's what people want to hear from you. It's always been about what you said, not the speed in which you said it. So that was a good interview to me. I don't really think Joe contradicted himself. I love Math Hoffa's expert opinion. Please go subscribe to that. I hope by the end of 2020, that's a staple podcast in hip hop. It's just dope watching people. I've watched Math Hoffa since Dose, man. I've literally been watching Math. Like, I'm really been a part of this battle rap culture for a long time as a fan, you know. So it's dope that they're evolving, and it's dope that Joe Budden would even take the time out to do it, because he definitely has one of the most successful podcasts in the history of podcasts, like, no matter how you feel about him. But put in the comment section, do you think he contradicted himself? Other than that, listen, we don't even, you can say that, but what do you think the circumstances would be if M battled? And be honest, don't just say because you like him, be honest. Yeah. Slime Shady EP coming soon.